Let's be real for a second. Have you ever wondered, how can you be an extrovert when you are an introvert? Here's the truth that no one talks about. You're not going to get respect by just speaking up more. The world doesn't care if you speak at all as long as you're not adding anything that matters. You're not going to win by pretending to be someone you're not. It's not about becoming an extrovert if that's not who you are. It's about owning the space you take up in a way that makes people listen. And it doesn't mean you have to be loud to do it. What's the point of being around people if you're just another face in the crowd? You're either a ghost or a force. Which one are you? Let's break this down. Tip number 1. Stop waiting for permission to take up space. You've been sitting back thinking you're too quiet or too introverted to take charge in a room, to speak up when it matters. Here's the secret. The world doesn't ask for your permission to make noise, so why are you waiting for someone to tell you it's your turn? If you want to make a difference, you're going to have to stop playing nice. Forget the waiting for your turn mentality. You're not going to stand out by being the one who keeps nodding quietly, hoping your voice will somehow make it into the conversation. It won't. Here's what you do. Interrupt the cycle. Find moments when you feel your fear creeping in, when you're about to back down and make your voice heard. Say something, anything. You can't wait for a clear shot. Sometimes you need to just fire. If you're waiting for the right moment, you're just staying stuck. The world doesn't hand out permission slips. It's all about owning your own space. Tip number 2. Use silence, but not the way you think. Everyone tells you that silence is powerful, right? The problem is they leave it at that. What they don't tell you is that silence isn't about shutting up. It's about knowing exactly when to make people uncomfortable. When someone twists your words or disrespects you, they expect a reaction. They expect to push your buttons and watch you squirm. What if you didn't react at all? Just let the silence stretch. Make them feel that tension and force them to fill it. Here's the truth. The more you react, the more they feel they control you. Silence is your weapon to make them second-guess themselves. They won't know how to deal with you because they expected the usual defensive response. Instead, give them nothing. Let the air thicken and watch them crack first. You're playing chess, they're playing checkers. Know when to walk away and know when to make them sweat in that silence. Tip number 3. Disrespect isn't a conversation, it's a boundary. If someone crosses a line with you, it's not a conversation anymore, it's a test. They're not curious about your opinion, they're probing for weaknesses, hoping you'll back down. But here's the thing, disrespect doesn't get a response. Stop explaining yourself. Stop justifying your boundaries. Here's the hard truth. People will walk all over you if they sense you'll allow it. When someone disrespects you, your only job is to shut it down immediately. Not with rage, not with long-winded explanations, just with quiet, unwavering certainty. When they test you, the only response is to show them that you have already decided how much their opinion is worth. Nothing. Tip number 4. Never let them twist your words. Control the narrative. Here's something that never gets talked about. People love to twist your words, especially when they know you're too nice to fight back. They'll misquote you, play victim, or act like you didn't say what you did. And you'll sit there, second-guessing yourself, thinking, did I really say that? Stop. Right now. The moment they twist your words, it's not about proving them wrong. It's about taking back control. Instead of apologizing or getting defensive, pause. Calmly state, no, that's not what I said. Let me explain it another way. You're not begging for their understanding. You're putting your words back where they belong. In your control. You think being an introvert means staying in the background? No. It means knowing when to step forward and never letting anyone make you doubt your reality. Tip number 5. Walk away from the battle you didn't start. Walk away from anything draining your energy. This is your life, not a soap opera. If someone is pushing you into pointless, disrespectful arguments, exit with zero hesitation. Don't make a scene. Don't shout. Just say, I'm not having this conversation right now. Then leave. Walk away like you own the place. People won't respect you if they see you squirming or chasing their approval. They'll respect you when they see that you know your worth, and you won't settle for anything less than what you deserve. Here's the thing, being an introvert is a strength, but only if you know how to make it work for you. The goal isn't to become louder or more extroverted. The goal is to become unshakable, to have your voice cut through the noise when it matters most, and to never let anyone make you feel small again. Stop letting people control your narrative. Stop letting anyone twist your reality. This isn't about being an introvert or an extrovert. This is about being someone who owns every moment, and knows when to speak, when to be silent, and when to walk away with their dignity intact. So what are you going to do with your power today? It's up to you. Tip number 6. Stop playing small. Be the unforgettable force. You're playing small, and deep down you know it. You're hiding behind that introvert label like it's a shield. It's time to put it down. The world doesn't care about your label. It cares about results. When you walk into a room, don't just exist. Command it. No, this doesn't mean you need to act loud or fake it. It means when you walk in, everyone knows you're there. You don't have to speak first, but when you do speak, make sure it matters. You are a presence, don't waste it. Let them feel you before you even say a word. The trick is this. Stop asking for permission to be noticed. Make them notice you. Tip number 7, create your own momentum. Don't wait for the world to move you. Stop waiting for someone to make the first move. If you're waiting for the right situation, the right people, the right time, it'll never happen. You create your own momentum. If you want things to change, make them change. You want respect? Demand it. You want love? Stop waiting for someone to find you worthy and start showing up as the person you know you are. Here's the tough pill. The world won't give you what you want unless you start taking it. Own your decisions, your actions, and your life. Tip number 8, kill the need for validation. It's killing you. You know what's holding you back? The desperate need for validation. You want people to agree with you, to approve of you, and when they don't, it crushes you. It's exhausting. And here's the real talk. You don't need their approval to move forward. No one cares if you're not the life of the party, or if your choices make them uncomfortable. That's their problem, not yours. Once you free yourself from the constant need for validation, you'll stop shrinking in front of others and start expanding into your true power. Tip number 9, embrace your triggers. They're your superpower. You know those things that set you off? Those moments when someone says something that makes you want to lose it. Instead of pushing those triggers away, lean into them. Your triggers are showing you where you're still weak and where there's room to grow. Use them to your advantage. When someone tries to press your buttons instead of reacting, stop and ask yourself, why does this bother me so much? That's where your growth lies. Stop avoiding the discomfort and start using it to fuel your inner transformation. Tip number 10, stop apologizing for your boundaries. Start demanding respect. You've probably apologized for saying no 1,000 times. You've probably given into pressure, letting people overstep your boundaries because you didn't want to come across as rude or unkind. We have all been there. Well, here's a brutal truth. You don't need to apologize for having boundaries. Having boundaries doesn't make you cold, it makes you powerful. Respect yourself enough to never apologize for protecting your peace. If someone doesn't like it, that's their problem. Don't water down your standards for anyone. Once you stop apologizing for your boundaries, people will stop testing them. The truth is, it's not about changing who you are. It's about owning who you are. Whether you're introverted or extroverted, it doesn't matter. What matters is owning your space, own your silence, own your power, own your boundaries. When you stop waiting for permission, when you stop apologizing, when you stop caring about what other people think, that's when everything changes. You're not here to blend in. You're here to be unforgettable. So how are you going to use your power today? Just for watching till this point, here is a bonus tip. How to overcome introversion in business. You might think that being an introvert means you can't succeed in business, but here's the truth. You can step outside your comfort zone. Sure, by nature you might prefer being on your own, keeping to yourself. But if you want to grow, especially in business, you'll need to connect with people. It all starts with breaking that fear of strangers. Growing up, we were told to avoid them, right? But in the real world, if you don't talk to strangers, you're leaving money on the table. Success and wealth are directly linked to how many new people you engage with every day. Business is all about getting attention, turning strangers into friends, and eventually fans. The more you talk to new people, the more opportunities you open up. I get it though. As an introvert, it's tough. But if you push yourself, little by little, to engage in networking, public speaking, or even just meeting new people, you can expand your comfort zone. The key is practice. Train yourself to be more extroverted when it counts, and watch how your opportunities and success grow. So start today. Step out of your comfort zone, even if it's just one small step at a time. The more you talk to people, the more you'll grow in your business and life. You've got this. See you in the next video, and remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video.